Alright, so today we are going to be starting I guess a let's play, I don't know. I want to play SimCity 4 in here though, and there's going to be some things I'm going to do that might be a little like, oh, I don't know about that, but I'll explain why I'm doing what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I went to a name generator, and this is the generated name it gave me, Tindaham. I don't know if it's an actual city or not. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with just right smack dab in the middle. Now, for those of you who haven't played SimCity 4, yeah, I'm going to be boring. Start off on a pretty blank map, and then work with it as I go. Yeah. Loading, and then I'll just use the next name on here for this city, Greenington. It was that. It says Greenington is a large town known for its palace. I don't know if that is like an actual description for a real town or not. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do Greenington, and I'm just going to put a medium. I don't think it changes things too much. I think it just kind of mostly changes the amount of money you start with and stuff. Oh, actually, before I do that, yeah, I do kind of want to change this elevation a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting than just being all flat. But I'm not going to go too crazy, because like the area I live in, it's not very much going on, so I kind of want to do a region with like different cities being inspired by different places, and just kind of like the first thing that I think of when I think of that place. Like I don't know, this one will probably be my area. Well, I don't know though, because that makes it kind of hard, because I always love having a good transportation network, and I live in Indiana, and Indiana does not have a good transportation network, obviously, like, at all. Like, it's non-existent. I'm not gonna go too crazy on the trees, because this is like the central city, so it will be torn down a lot anyways. But it'll give us a nice base thing, and the Sims at the beginning will be happy living next to trees, so that'll be nice for them. Okay, so today I want to play SimCity 4. I don't remember exactly where I left off on the previous clip before we was waiting for this to load. But basically what had happened was it already loaded, and I have a new mod pack installed for this Let's Play, and I hadn't really used it yet, so I was unsure of how it was like working, and I ended up turning all of the streets in my city to parking lots, and obviously that wasn't going to work, and there was no way to fix it. So I'm just gonna hope that having deleted the city, or not saved and exited the region, and then just making a new one, I'm gonna hope that it just fixes itself. We'll find out. Anyways, so one of the things that I like to do when I play this game, like, the way I think about it here is, like, where I live in Indiana, when a street's built, there's power lines going down the side of the street. And in the new SimCity game, that's how it works too. Well, in this game, that's not how it works, and you have to build power lines, which takes up an entire block just for power. And I just don't think that's very realistic, nor does it look nice, and I just simply do not like that, and I don't agree with that choice. So, I know in like City Skylines it's like that too, but I don't know, something about it is more bearable in City Skylines. I just don't like it in this, so we will be disabling power. But before we do that, that's the only thing I'm going to disable. I'll still use... Okay, is this a normal street? Okay, it is good. So, I'm going to start off with a grid, because like I said... Oh, I didn't say on this one, I guess. I kind of want to do a region where we have different cities inspired by different places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I'm thinking like the one I'll start off with will be kind of inspired by the Midwest, I will say actually, because Chicago's in the Midwest and they have a decent public transportation, and Indianapolis has a bus, and they have the rapid bus transit now, which is I guess kind of similar to like a light rail situation. It kind of reminds me of the light rail in Seattle, but it's a bus instead of a train. And it's well, is the train in Seattle electric? I don't know. The bus in Indianapolis is, because I know it said it, like, when it gets to the end of the bus transit lines, it, like, does this charging thing. I don't know. Anyways, that's not what this is about. So yeah, we're going to start off with these 4x6 grids. 4, 5, 6. And I kind of want to do, because the way it works in, like, my particular city, when you're downtown, it's gridded. But when you get further away from downtown, it kind of reminds me of, like, I've seen on maps in Florida where they have it a lot, where they'll have, like, say, all these streets in the middle are out, and these streets on the edge are the main streets, and then there's, like, side streets in here, but you can't go all the way through on those side streets, like that kind of situation. We may do that more towards the edge of this city. But I don't know, because this is like in the middle of the map, so this may be too highly populated to pull something like that off. 5, 6. But I don't know, we'll find out. Wait, did I do... Oh, 3x4? And blockwise anyway? I'm not mad at that. Okay, so that's been about $2,000. Well, should we do another block this way and do just like 4x4 while we're here? Might as well. 2, 3, 4, all the way down. Okay, and then on the edge of the city, because this 4x6 grid that I like to start off with isn't going to be big enough for some of the buildings, so that way, I love putting some of the bigger buildings on the edge of this, and that kind of naturally blocks off some of the streets on some of the sides of downtown. Oh, I almost had to sneeze. But, okay, it happened. Oh. It's just all happening at once. Okay. So, do I want to build farms? I don't know if I want to build farms. I kind of want to just connect. I kind of might... Yeah, I'm just going to get the city connections ready, actually. And then we will use these streets that go out like this to build some farms, possibly. I like getting the basic structure of things down. And it doesn't cost that much money to build these streets. Budget-wise, it might be a little tight, but that's fine. Okay. So as you can see here, I'm building streets mostly to the edge, and then just the last few tiles using the road to actually connect it, because the streets can't connect to the neighboring cities in the region. Okay, let's see. Do I want to build? I never use farms. Okay, well, let's build the people first. So I like the 4x6 thing here because you don't have to do the shift thing, it just automatically does the housing exactly the way I want. Well, I thought about doing it that way, but maybe I'll do a thing in the middle here. Maybe I'll do 3 like that, yeah, that looks better. The commercial's a little different. I'm not gonna put commercial there yet, really, but didn't I disable power? Or did I not do that yet in this one? Fight the power. Oh, Control X is how you get that to come up. Fight the powers to disable power. Sometimes I enable to where you can get all the buildings at first. Like, let me show you. Is it this one? Yeah. Like, some of these, like a main library, I might have said that in this one, I just don't think that's realistic where you have to have 34,000 people in your town to build a main library. In my town, for example, it was not that big when we had a main library. It was like less than 10,000 people when there was the library that's the main library now was built when we had like 10,000 people. So I just don't think that's realistic. I mean, some of these, yeah, but if you had like a city specialized where an opera house would make sense for it, it could be built at a smaller size, like city. So I don't know. I just don't really like that, but I'll keep it on to not have too many cheats going. I need to get this power thing off. Why aren't they building? We may have to jumpstart them. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I already had it on and I just turned it off. I can't remember if it was this city or before I... I'm not sure what's going on. I've never had to do this before. And I'm not doing a city where you have to do the power thing because I do not like the way this game structures it, and I'm not having those ugly ass power lines go all across my city. Maybe something happened when I installed the mod for the traffic? No, let's go ahead and do some commercial. Okay, that's built. Do I want to build high density? I'll build medium density industrial. And I'll continue the 4-grid a little bit for that one. We'll continue it there a little bit. Well, maybe we'll just build it on all 4 corners, actually. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's 6. Yeah. Okay, so that'll work. On the edges of downtown. I know, like, my Fairy City, for example, I like to think about, like, when my city was first founded, how it looked, and how it kind of grew into what it is now. Can I get it to... No, I want it to... I don't want it to face down, I want it to face... Maybe if I... It's just not going to do it going to face that way. That's annoying. Okay, it's not going to be able to support that really at the beginning, but we can build some more of these. I think the 2-squared residential thing looks the most realistic to me, and that's why I always start out with that. Okay, we're gonna have to build a trash thing next because I want to make sure that we can get rid of them. Okay, so let's build the street up. I was trying to think which one it was on. It's been a second. I stopped playing this game for a while because it kept crashing every time I would try to play it. But I'm just really hoping it doesn't do that today. In fact, while we're thinking about it, let's save real quick. Is that... Okay, I was like, is that beeping noise in real life, or is that in this game? I think it's in real life. Okay, hopefully you can't hear it, or if you can, hopefully it's not too annoying. I don't know what they're doing outside. I think it might, because I live by downtown, I think it's the parking garage they're building. That's not too bad of coverage. I'm not the biggest fan of it either, though. I'm the type of person that, especially since I'm not putting the power plants down, I really OCD hard about, like, covering everything with the services. So we'll probably build the other services near the fire station and then kind of build up a little bit to fully do the circles. And when I build along with, like, using those circles as guides, it really... okay, we're doing good on that. It really kind of, shapes the city in a way other than a grid a lot of times, and I like that. Or sometimes it's a grid, but, like, it has, like, where streets end and other streets end, and they, like, pick up at other places, and, like, it makes it more interesting to me. Okay, so we haven't done... I think I'm gonna turn on... Well, we're gonna slow it down. I'm gonna turn on fire hazard, because that's the most important service, I guess, out of all of them. 2, 3, 4. I think that was the right call. Yeah. Okay, I think I can do that one too. And then we can do up 1, 4, 5, 6. Did I do it right? Okay, I did do it right then. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I haven't looked at the traffic thing. I think that this mod makes it to where the streets can handle more, because if you think about it in real life, the streets can handle more than what this game normally allows. Like, normally in this game, you have to upgrade all your streets to roads at some point, because it just can't handle it the other way. Okay, let's turn all those off, do medium density there. Let's turn this back on for a second so I can see. We're just going to leave that one square off there because I don't want to have to constantly call fire stations or fire trucks there. This is going to be like the industrial part of downtown. I mean, I know there's patches of it in other places. I like to keep it fairly spread out in the beginning though, when we don't have a public transportation network especially. That way everyone can kind of walk to work. And you don't have to drive because everyone kind of lives close to it. We have the budget to build a park. That might help with some stuff. I know we don't have schools yet, but I really want to increase demand. And actually, I build buses really early a lot of times, so what's this? Oh, okay. I'll have to play with that a little bit more. There wasn't trams in the original vanilla version. And like I said, I just downloaded this right before, so I'm not sure. And I don't want to, because the other one I used it and then all the streets ended up being parking lots every time I put down a street. And that's just not realistic. Okay. So what was I doing? I can't remember now. Wait, what is this? Real highway. Yeah, I might just use the regular vanilla highways still. Because I don't know how I feel about that. I'll have to play with that a little bit more. What is this? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I do like that. But let's see. Oh, I was gonna build buses. Which one's that under normally? This one, I think? Well, let's see. There's some different bus stops. I have seen some on, because I've seen someone else I looked it up and using this before. So, I might have some other bus stops I want to use. I guess we could put it on regular bus stops and then upgrade them to, like, the multi-use ones like this or something later. Elevated rail station diagonal. That's nice, because I don't think you could do them on a diagonal before. Modern elevated train station. That's nice. So none of these are for buses, really, unless they're, like, mixed with other things, it looks like. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, like a bus road, like a bus lane. Okay. Interesting. Elevated bus stop and subway station. So, I'm confused. Like, an elevated road? Oh, I forgot you can have elevated roads in this mod. I wonder how you built them. I'll have to look at that in a second. There's so many options here. Wow. That is an interesting underground rail connector. I don't know. These are like the cosmetic tiles. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like basically the only one that's just a bus station is the vanilla one. Which is fine. We'll go ahead and start with that. Yeah, it's gonna bulldoze a little bit, but that's fine. I normally like this one too because I can always tell, like, here I'm going to be able to do a bus station. And yeah, I do complete overkill when it comes to buses, but that is fine. I am okay with that. I am aware of it, and I am here for it, and it's okay. It's going to be alright. So let's see. Some buses. I don't remember how long I've been playing. Okay, I was like, I need to keep an eye on the budget, but we're fine still. Okay, so I want to connect, make sure all the industrial things are going to be connected good too. It looks like they are. How much is an elementary school? Do we have room or like money for that yet? Like in our monthly budget? Oh, that'd be cutting it really close. We do have some room to zone some more here though. Let's see, I went to traffic earlier and made sure there was no congestion, but let's see what the volume's like. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. There's more walkers right now than there is cars, I think. I love looking at the, traffic volume on here. Okay, so there is a little bit more cars, but it's about the same, and I really like to keep it where I don't always do it, but I love having it when I have a city where cars aren't the number one mode of transportation, where people prefer to walk or they prefer to take the bus or subway or whatever it is. And we will probably build the subway fairly early too. I'll have to be careful on that one though. I normally go overboard on the subway too and end up in debt, so we'll have to be careful about that. Let's make sure I'm still building in the fire hazard circle. Okay, yeah. So that's fine so far. And I built it this way too because if you look at, like in my downtown, in my particular city, it has it to where, like this is exactly how the roads are. They're not too wide of blocks, they're kind of a little bit longer, and they are just very grid-like like this. Like towards my downtown, all the streets even are like fully connected to way farther out than in the city than it normally would be. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to do that though, like I said, and make it a little bit more, probably doesn't look realistic to everyone, but it's how my city is. So there is a city that looks like this, so I would classify that as realistic, for better or for worse. Actually, we should probably build some small ones by the industrial stuff. Okay. Oh, the mayor rating's going down though. Let's go ahead and speed it back up again, see if we can get those. There's not really a demand for it though. I guess there is a demand for commercials, so what I could do is look at this and do some zoning like this, and it could force some of the residential to go up there. Okay, we do have a slight residential demand, and there's a couple patches here and there that aren't filled in yet. Another thing that's really nice with the way I do this is later on, and I'll show you actually, when we get the subway system in, it's going to be really nice the way that it works. Where's the vanilla one? So like, we can, oh, the buses disappeared when this mod was installed. Anyways though, like I could either do there and build, like tear down a small tile on each of these blocks. Not on each block, but you know, where the subway line is, where I want. I don't know, it just makes it a lot easier to build them together later. Although, I thought there was like a subway bus combination. I know there was one on here that had the elevated rail too, but I don't know. I'll look into that more later off camera. It's so nice not having to have any roads yet. I'm gonna zoom in on this so we can all get kind of like a clearer picture. Let's save. For those of you who have never played SimCity 4 before, because I'm sure there's some of you, I don't even know if you're still watching at this point, but if you are, a lot of people don't talk about this part of the game. You can actually create Sims that live in your city on this game. What is this button? I never use it. Oh, that's to see what the Sims you've made, or other Sims possibly too. Probably just the ones you made. Think about the city. This one's one of my favorite parts about the game. I actually do this occasionally. You can, they have like actual missions like this, but you can just do free drive. And if you push up on the arrow keys, well, and the W I guess too. So it's either one. Oftentimes when I'm doing this, I push shift to snap to the roads, because otherwise you can go off the road like completely. But yeah, shift. and then you can turn, and I don't know, it's really nice. When your city gets bigger and more busy, you actually do have other cars you have to watch out for and stuff, and you have to actually stop at stop signs and stop lights, and stuff when you get to that point in your city. So I actually really like that, and I feel like I've never seen anyone talk about that before when playing. I guess it wouldn't be a fun thing to sit there and watch, but if you're thinking about getting the game, then that's a thing to note, that there is that there. I kind of wanted a stoplight downtown at the junction here with the commercial at it. I kind of like how it looks like the road widens up right there just for the stoplight and gives it more room. That's kind of nice. So this was the one that messed up those streets earlier. Use the home/end key to rotate the puzzle pieces. I don't understand, I guess. How does this work? Oh, okay. It's like... Okay, I get it. I'm so used to the road thing. I kind of want to control the like hard like grid of the city here. Like, remember, these were originally the corners. I kind of want to, because normally in the vanilla game at least, when two streets connect, it makes a stop sign for all three. I see a stop sign for them. Okay, yeah, they stop. But then on these roads, the road obviously has the right of way over the street, so that's kind of what I wanted to do there at the edges of the city. And I know they aren't the edges of the city anymore, but I wanted to eliminate the stop signs there. It's close to industrial anyway, so they'll like that. And our budget's still doing good. We can probably actually do an elementary school now. Okay, so that's not going to be bad. Actually, what we can do is go into the elementary school and lower the funding. I can't imagine it being that high of students. I'm going to speed it up for a second. Oh, we actually do. We have more than that. Okay, I want to make sure they're educated. So we will make sure we get those in for them. High school, yeah, we don't have the money for that yet, but that will be something we can do when we do, I think of each circle as like the next expansion. So that'll be the first expansion. I think I might end this episode here, so that way I can play with the mod more off camera and be more familiar with it for the next episode. That way it's a little bit smoother. So anyways, yeah, this was SimCity 4. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We'll probably actually start the city next to this, like do a tile or two next to this, because it'll help this city function better then. And I kind of want more of the industrial to be in those cities rather than this city. So that way we don't have to do too heavy of industry in this city. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and I will see you in the next video. Always click save here, by the way, and not the I'll show you, not the save and quit button, because it can just corrupt your game file and you don't want that. So yeah, I will see you on the next episode. Until then, have a good day or week.